Thinking about posting something in photo format of advice from a CFI, and then every picture is like a little bit of advice. And I started thinking about it, and it's just way too much stuff. So I think this is going to be a video series. So 3 things in this video. If you are a student in flight training and you want to be a CFI, rule number 1, you cannot rely or count on that school to hire you. The CFI market is incredibly saturated right now all across the country. It's incredibly hard for people to get jobs just because people aren't leaving their flight schools because training has slowed down. And even if you think that your flight school might take you and you're like an A+ student and you're working really hard to try and like stay in everybody's good graces and show that you want to work there, that's fantastic. I'm not saying not do that, but you need to have like 2, 3, 4, 5 backup plans and potentially be ready to move states. Second thing I don't recommend as a CFI, as someone in training, little bit of a hot topic here. Don't become friends with your CFI. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't have a great professional relationship with them. And I know I can hear the comments right now, people not happy with me saying, oh, like my CFI, like we're the best of friends now. We're so tight, all this stuff. But you just think about not yourself for a second. You could be putting that person potentially at risk in their job if you say the wrong thing to the wrong person. You also risk messing up your relationship with your CFI. There is a lot of trust there. You might get too close. You might get too comfortable. You might not be able to stay professional. You guys can be friends after your training is over, but try and maybe put some boundaries on being friends with your CFI. Third thing, if you just got your CFI and you are now looking at the fork in the road of getting your multi versus getting your double I was in that same situation where I only had enough money for one. I like barely had enough money. I didn't have enough money, but I had to pick one, and I went with double I, and I think that would have greatly cost me my ability to get a job as a CFI if I had chosen to get my multi first, because with the market being how it is right now for CFIs, if you have your double I, you're greatly increasing your odds of getting a job. A CFI isn't enough for everyone anymore. Take that with a grain of salt. I'm not saying you can't get a job as a CFI. I'm saying it is a lot harder to get it without double I in this market.